And then we have monsterkill, who is notorious for being a content creator, literally surrounding the killer, Demogorgon. So I'm kind of interested to see how this first set pans out, as we do see him running quite the interesting build. Scorch Hook, No-Ed, Bamboozle, and Corrupt Intervention. I'm beginning to wonder what his plan is. I think he's just going to start to kind of farm Scorch Hooks throughout the game, trying to regress it as much as possible, and then get an extra fresh hook with No-Ed is what I'd assume. So if he goes with the proper comp strat and just tunnels as hard as humanly possible, we will see that being the case. Unfortunately, he still doesn't find anybody quite yet. They might even be stealthing out Corrupt, as we do see some teams do, but it's just very unlikely. And we do see an Ada stealthing behind a rock, getting hit pretty much instantly. She does have a flashlight, so that could indicate that she has the decisive strike, and we will have to see later on. But since this is a recorded match, I can actually check this right now, and it does not appear to be decisive strike. However, it does appear to be head-on, quick, quiet, empathetic connection for the people. And for those who are not aware, there is a balance in place. There's a lot of banned perks, so it makes it fair. This specific tournament in itself is quite kind of unique in the fact that we have a few perks that are not normally allowed, such as Borrowed Time and Soul Guard, which people have obviously not been running as frequently. I had to remind this team that Borrowed Time is in fact allowed. We do see him porting all the way across the map towards Shack side, but finding the Nia at the Shack side of the generators, and it does look like he's going to try to hold this gen setup and not go with the tunnel strat. He will maybe get a free hit here, depends how this Nia paths and if she's really, really good or not. But I think she will get hit here. She does end up getting hit, kind of being a little bit close to the hook, but this Demogorgon does not care to tunnel. Oh, I could not be more wrong. Rotates back to the hook and attempts to tunnel this Ada here, getting an early down. Hits the shred, so she gets pretty much no distance. She's literally just going to go down here because she has nothing, and does go for a risky shred, does not hit it, unfortunately. Attempts to zone this Ada here, does manage to get the zone. Will there be a hit taking place? There will be no hit taking place, pulling the Ada out of the locker and progressing her towards struggle, as we know that she does not have decisive strike from earlier. And whilst this being said, I do wonder how they're going to manage to pull themselves together after this scenario, as they don't really have much pressure on this side of the map yet. They still have a very, very tight 3-gen bottom and top, but they're working on one right now, which appears to be, I mean, a somewhat dangerous generator from my perspective. Portal's back to hook from what it looks like. Not quite yet. I think he's just going to try to get a hit here. Does get the hit, and he's probably just going to port back to the hook pretty much immediately. And that is what we're going to see. Just attempting to get Nazal out of the game here as fast as possible. Not really managing to do it quite yet, though. Yep, just seems to be camping the hook, waiting for anybody to come approach and get her off the hook. This will be a kill at 4 unless they have insane gen pressure on the map here. And there's still a very tight 3-gen bottom, as we see bot mid, 7, and 6 are all still up on that side of the map. And then we have 1, 11, and 12, which is the standard 3-gen on Coal Tower. We do see the bot mid-gen popping, and if they are working 1 at the moment, I mean, we're in a really rough spot, as we do know Aberration has an incredibly good survivor squad. And he does look towards 1, he's going to port, and that will be Nazal out of the game with 3 generators remaining. A very dire situation for Team Viper here. We do see Claudette running towards 4. Still very, very rough for Team Viper, as now they have a kill with a 3-gen up. Oh my god, misses the shed very narrowly, does not charge it long enough, gets the shed here though, Claudette goes down. Vision will be hooked on the bottom side of the map, not really giving the demo much pressure to work with, as she does know that he has Scourge Hook, but his gen setup is on the other side of the map here, so we're gonna have to see how he plays this. Doesn't port quite yet, he's going to check his bottom generators and likely port towards top, which we do see 7 has a little bit of progress here. Nothing too serious though, like 50 or 60% on that generator. But see Bill having Lithe here, getting away from this gen here. But yeah, we're not going to see any chase here. I don't think, not yet at least. Monsterkill just attempting to hold this 3-gen as much as possible, whilst also getting another struggle hook, doing exactly what I thought he would. Just tunneling. as hard as possible. So we do see comp killers tunnel quite a bit, but I don't really see them tunnel as hard as this guy. Like, you generally just tunnel towards struggle and then, like, leave them, I guess? I mean, you kill the first person as fast as possible, but you don't tunnel after that. And here's why. He's not going to be able to get this Claudette here dead as fast as he'd like. As we do know, I think she has anti-tunnel. No, she doesn't. She actually has sprint burst, which means that she doesn't have any anti-tunnel. And we see Bill here getting the stun, but also getting hit through the pellet, giving him another down, and that will equal another Scorch Hook, regressing their gens even further. And I didn't really quite catch it, but they did pop one more generator on the top side of the map from what I'm aware of. That would leave this map in a 2-2 split. But since this Demogorgon player is incredibly experienced, he knows how to control the map even without a gen setup, with his portals. Very, very impressive from monsterkill. We could still see a 4K in this situation, but do see him porting towards 11. Still not quite catching anybody out of position in this game, except the Ada. Going back towards bottom, still just going through the tunnel strat. I don't know how effective this is, but since we see the Claudette pulling, this will equal a down on him or her. I'm not sure what will happen, but that will equal another Scorch regardless. And that is borrowed time on that Bill here. Still just committing to this Claudette. Not getting the down yet. We do see her running towards one of these Burger King tiles, holding W, not getting shredded quite yet. Not having the tile though, this could be very dire as if he gets mind gamed. Does not get mind gamed, throws the pallet. Depending on how Claudette unzones herself here, this will be really, really bad. But Claudette zones herself into the corner side of the map and has nothing to work with. Just continues to hold W towards 5 here. Kind of juicing, has the pallet gem. Breaking the pallet, not yet actually. Monsterkill going for an incredible mind game. Hits the shred, that will be another Scorch Hook for this demo here. Leading for another really, really bad survivor situation. But with another generator popped, that will leave them in a better spot, I suppose. If that was 11, they're still in a very good spot. It was not 11, so that means that this Demogorgon can control almost the entire map, still having a 3-gen actually. He's probably going to go pressure that 9-gen, and that's exactly what we will see from this Demogorgon. Not kicking the gen though, very interesting play. Still just playing for Scorch Hooks. Now this is what I see from people who really like to run Scorch Hook generally, is when they get to the 3v1, it only takes one good chase to kind of throw the entire game for the Demogorgon. Like, he doesn't have COB, so he can play 3-gens as well as he'd like, and if they play it safe enough, this will still be outs. Especially since Viper's gen pressure have been very, very good recently. But we do see them attempting to get a full reset, hitting the Bill, I assume. Yep, getting the hit on the Bill. He tries to juke it, so he loses that little bit of distance that could be oh so dire into getting a vault, but Bill not getting mind games, just vaulting and running towards 3. Still not managing to get the down. Monsterkill doesn't have much time to work with, has only one generator remains on this coal tower map here, but with Noah still in his back pocket, insane flashbang, breaks the pellet but does not get the down. Bill padding him, leaves the chase, goes towards 9, and that will be that chase, concluding with an escape. Bot running into the Demogorgon, I'm wondering if she saw him or not. Kind of an interesting play, I'm not gonna lie. We do see Bill playing very aggressive now with his newfound confidence from that one chase. But Monsterkill trying to shred him, kind of like sliding off of the objects, a little bit interesting. Trying to go for a risky shred. Nia could have made window, but does not go for the safest option. Gets hooked on the 7 hook, which I'm pretty sure is a Scorch Hook, but does not take it. Instead goes for the Logs Hook, which is also likely a Scorch Hook, as we do know that will be 15% onto that 9-gen. She still has a 3-gen, so this could go any... Oh! Wait, they pop! No, they don't pop! Too risky! I think Claudette had a little bit of a miscommunication here, and that will be the 3-slug at 1 generator remaining. All 3 survivors are down. That will be the 4K at 1-gen, as we do know Unbreakable is banned. Very, very well played from Monsterkill on the Demogorgon here. She's really showing his knowledge on this killer, as he does main him. I mean, look at his name, Monsterkill Heart Demo. I mean, clearly he's a demo enthusiast, if you want to put it that way. Very, very, very well played from him, and we saw a lot of great shreds and great mechanical information from this Demogorgon. I was initially judging the build from no COB on this map is a little bit risky, as you can always hold a 3-gen. But maybe he knows more than I do, and he is the Demogorgon main, so maybe he thinks that you can't kick gens on this map or something, I don't know. Very early 3v1. Again, very well played by Team Aberration. That will spell the 4K at 1 gen, which will leave us, I believe, 29 to 12 if I'm not mistaken.